Today we are going to open up that box. Okay, so here's the deal. I've been sitting on this box for a couple days, just been itching to open it, but I want to do an unboxing. Haven't done one of those yet. Have a lot of fun with this. Love CGC. Normally when I send them in, I try to send in a minimum of 10 just because of the shipping costs. So to help mitigate that a little bit, I am going to, ship in at least 10. To give you an idea of ship times for CGC in my own personal experience, this current box, I shipped it off and received it. It was a span of 3 months and 2 days. Let's open this up and see what we got. So, some of you may not be aware, but there is a way with CGC to see on their site what's in this package and also what the grades are and the grader notes, all the good stuff. So a lot of unboxers know all that information before they even unbox it with you. I chose not to look at it. I have no idea what's in this box. I shipped it off months ago. So just feel like adding a little bit of surprise to it and just see where it goes. Again, there's probably at least 10 of them in this box here. And I generally don't send something out unless I'm hoping to at least get a 9.8. Obviously, that's not always the case. It doesn't always happen like that, but just want to do it and see what happens here. So let's go with our first book. All right, let's see what we got. We have Star Wars Boba Fett, 9.8. All right, start off pretty good here. One shot from Dark Horse. I actually bought this off the rack when it came out. That gives you an idea how long I've been collecting. Again, it's been over, I don't know, about 30 years now. So yeah, I decided to pull out some of my old collections and go through them and see what kind of grades I get. I was always a bit of a particular collector. I was very careful when I went through my books. I wanted to take everything. I didn't want to damage any of my stuff, basically. So let's see what we get here for this one. This is Ultimate Spiderman number 1/2 from Wizard. I basically have about every Wizard 1/2. 9.4. Not completely surprised by that. I don't actually see any defects, so I'd be looking forward to seeing what the grader notes on this book are. These Wizards are extremely thin, very, very thin books, so it doesn't take much to crease them. But you don't see them very often, and again, that was one I personally sent in. These things can happen at CGC. There's a reason why you sign disclaimers, because there's always that chance that something happens to that book in the process of getting to them, and then even getting back from them, that can happen too. So it's just a chance you take. It's still a risk you're gonna do if you CGC books, so it's what it is. All right, here's another one. Another Wizard book, Star Wars Phantom Menace, 9.8. Okay, so this one came out pretty good. I can't complain about that. Moving on. We see a theme going on here. I went through my Wizard 1/2 recently and just decided to get some of these going. 9.8, that's all right. Again, it's probably pretty hard to find these really flimsy books in a 9.8, so to get 2 out of 3, all right, I'll take that. Going through it pretty quick here, but there's quite a few books in here. And X-Men 244, 9.6. All right, so this one looked pretty good to me, except for the fact that it is pretty off-centered. That usually does not affect the grade. In my experience, I've had some books pretty off-centered and still got 9.8s on them, so I didn't let that deter me from sending this one in. But I was the original purchaser of that book as well, so I took a shot, and well, you can't complain too much with the 9.6, but we all like the 9.8s, we like those 9.8s. And now I got another one that I purchased originally, 9.8 and a Star Wars Legacy number 1. So I basically bought an entire run of everything Star Wars post the original Marvel series. All the Dark Horse books, got basically all of them, so just started pulling them out and grading them. So you can kind of see a little bit of a theme with this box, getting into a lot of my Star Wars issues. Some of them that you aren't seeing, I probably already CGC'd them, but in the process of going through them all and getting them all taken care of. Another Star Wars book, Jango Fett, number 198. That does not surprise me that much because this was a perfect bound book. It's a beautiful book. I believe it is in comics the first appearance of Jango Fett. So that's a great one for my collection as well. Again, I purchased that one off the rack as well. I say that a lot. I don't buy too much on eBay. If I miss something, sometimes I will. It just really depends. All right, so we got on this one here, Star Wars number 17, and that is a 9.2. So I think this is the first Quinlan Vos issue as well, which is kind of in demand right now with the mention in the Obi-Wan series. So it's possible that that character could come up here soon. And I do see a flaw on the book, a little chip on the spine, which is, I'm sure, what put it into a 9.2. I don't recall seeing that. Otherwise, I probably would have questioned sending it in. But it's still considered a mint book as a 9.2. It's just not that premium mint that we all look for. We have 6 more books here to go. Going through it pretty quick. Star Wars again. Tales of the Jedi, number 1, 9.8. That's great. 9.8 is great. I can't complain with that. They recently mentioned Tales of the Jedi on the side of a box, and now so there's a lot of demand for this book. Again, not looking to flip it. This is mine, my personal collection, but it's nice to have. All right. Well, another Star Wars book. Somebody likes their Star Wars. And it is a 9.8 in Star Wars number 10 with Dark Horse. So this one was a first appearance as well. It's escaping me at the moment who it's a first appearance for. Here it is. It's Darth Krayt. Darth Krayt's first appearance. Yeah, that's why we put these things on the labels, because we forget these things. So, no, it's a great one. It's great to get a 9.8 in it. Again, another book I bought at the rack. I'll be one of those finicky collectors when someday someone's going through all my stuff. Long after I'm gone, they'll be like, wow, this guy had a lot of good stuff. All right, another Star Wars book. We got just a few left here. Let's see here. It's Legacy number 2. This one got a 9.6. Again, this was when I purchased off the rack. I see a very minor crease in the spine. It doesn't take much to put things down a tick. I mean, they really got to be spot on books if you're going to get to a 9.8. So just keep that in mind when you're sending things in for yourself. Even the slightest little tick, you may have to look at having another book to grade if your goal is ultimately a 9.8. Especially with these older books. Don't have a lot really old, but as you can see, older stuff, it is harder to get good grades in for various reasons. And we have here another one of my original bought off the rack books. First appearance of Bishop, number 282 in Uncanny X-Men, 9.2. I do see some minor creasing on the back. I'll have to look at the grader notes on this one as well. It's good spine though. This is a book that probably could have used a press and would have helped it out a little bit. And so, I don't know, maybe that's something to consider down the road. All right, here's one I just threw in for giggles. G.I. Joe, number 2. It got a 8.5. I am not surprised that it didn't get to the 9.8, but it's this one, has a personal story for me. I bought this in a 3-pack of comics at a Toys R Us, and basically just kind of hit the jackpot because back then this was considered rarer than number 1. It was a big deal. So I mean, I could see the defects in the book. I mean, it's not a perfect book, but it's an important book to me. It's always been labeled as a scarcer title to get, and I knew it wasn't going to get a 9 or above a 9. Just a couple little defects and whatnot on the book, but it's important to me. It was one of my first books, one of my first G.I. Joe and Transformers were two of the big things that I was into back in the day, and so there you go. I could go on forever about why these things are important to me, but I mean, the reason we do these things is because we love them. We have a passion for comics. I have a mad passion for comics, which is why we dabble in making our own a little as well. But I feel like it's great to share these things, be part of that community, help it grow. And, as I find things that I think are neat or cool, I want to share those with you, and definitely like the feedback. This is all about sharing something that we enjoy. So thank you, folks. I appreciate your time. Have a good day.